Today we are going to talk about an issue that has been going on for a really, really long time. Now, child abuse is on the lips of everyone at the moment. It's something that you've witnessed firsthand, or you have read about it in the papers, you heard from friend of a friend. Today with us are child protectors who have worked very closely and have extensive experience working with children and the aggressors. We have James Nayagam from Shelter Home, Vijay who's the ex-assistant director of Welfare Department, and Rosma from Masna from PS The Children. And they will be talking in light of the recent case that we've highlighted in the papers of a 5-year-old boy who was suspected of being abused by his mother. He was rescued by welfare officers last week, and at the custody hearing, the court has ruled that the welfare department will get interim custody of the child for a month while they will proceed to counselling of the mother and the child. And looking at this photo, this was taken at the court, and basically what we see is that the mother is actually carrying the child out of the court, and this has bring up a lot of mixed reactions. So what are your take on this?
Well,
James.
For me, there are two parts to this. The professional aspect of this, and also the emotional aspect of this. First of all, the professional aspect, we always thought that victim should not come in contact with the perpetrator. And that's a general rule. And therefore, there are various reasons why this is practiced. And research also shows that the victim can be influenced by the perpetrator. The victim is close to the perpetrator because there's still an element of fear. So they are close. The closeness actually has got a hidden feelings of fear, and therefore, in order to avoid more abuse, the child is closer to the abuser.
Mm-hmm.
But then the child has got no one else that he or she can actually share the emotions with. So in this particular case, there's the mother and there's a child. The child probably takes it as this is the right for mom to actually do this to her or him, because she doesn't know anything else.
Yeah.
She's not been educated in terms of her right or his right.
Yep.
The other aspect is the emotional aspect. Obviously, to any ordinary person, it's the child and the mother, and so we tend to interpret behavior and conduct in the way that we have been brought up and feel that is the right thing to do. After all, the child is closer to mom. But professionally, all our acts, all our guidance, and anything else has been fashioned after for the fact that we need protection. The child needs protection, and the child needs to have a wall to be formed around him or her. And that's the general rule.
Yep. So Vijay, I think you have a differing opinion.
Yeah, this is just the initial protection order, okay? In the court, because the child, the only person she knows in this world is the mother.
Yeah.
So it's quite okay for the mother to carry the child and move out because the welfare officers are there. She's not going to harm the child straight away. She's not going to run away with the child. So as long as she's safe with the mother and with the view of the welfare officers there, it's quite okay for the child. In fact, she'll feel, the mother loves him, and so it's okay. And after that, they were sending the child to the children's home. And even in the children's home, she'll be given rights to visit the child, talk to the child, but under the supervision of the welfare officer there. So it's fine.
And in commenting on this case, the Minister of Women, Community and Family Development, Datuk Sharizat Jalil, has said that rehabilitation is probably the best way to solve this case between the mother and the child. Masna, what is your take on this?
My opinion, okay, this is very important for any trauma child, and also the mom who is the abuser. They need personal therapy separately, and later on when this mom ready, this mom can take back this child, and they can join as a family lah. But for the rehabilitation, many people ask how long the treatment. I can say that individual, each case is different. We will assess and see how the mom as individual, and probably this mother has her own trauma and also her own issue that she not ready to take care a child lah, her own son or daughter kan, and the child also need his own therapy as well. And for therapy for children is different, like adult counselling, and it needs to fit with the child's need for the therapy lah, which is we do the play therapy.
So,
I
okay,
need to
yeah.
comment on that because you see, research shows that the child abuse or the act of abusing a child is not the main problem here, issue here.
Yeah.
This issue here is a secondary problem which is given as a result of another deeper rooted problem. First of all, if you notice the background of this lady, she's a single mom. Husband has just walked out on her. She's got the responsibility of bringing this child up. And she's got to bring in the income as well. And perhaps she's lonely. She's got no other form of support. And one has got to deal with that and has got to stabilize her situation and bring her to terms where she is affirmed, appreciated, and there's some form of support for her. Having dealt with that, bring her to a level where she's now able to look at the child and accept the child now at a different perspective. Not perhaps she looks at the child and saying, this is the result of a failed relationship. And so we need to look at that. After addressing that, then perhaps there's a better relationship with the child.
So I think, okay, these are like what you guys would suggest and that would go into a rehabilitation process. But I think we're looking at a bigger picture is that our welfare department, would we actually have that kind of resources to constantly monitor, because case by case basis, a lot of work needs to be done, Vijay, perhaps you can tell us based on your experience.
Yeah, I think now they have taken in a lot of recruits in the past few years.
Yeah.
So they should be equipped, but what I know is a lot of them do not have this play therapy training with them. They do have counselling and all that. For a child, you need a lot of play therapy. Firstly, coming back to the temporary court order, I don't agree that the child should be sent to a children's home because it's a big place, it's 100 over 200 children. The child would not get any personal attention. Of course, there's food, shelter and everything, but it's a safe place, yes. But I would have preferred a foster family because they can give a lot of personal attention. And we do need, this is really lacking because we don't have enough foster families to take care of these children. And I've been talking about it, I think, for many years that we need foster families. Pay them well because this temporary placement order can be with foster families and the child will be helped to feel confident and all that before the actual order takes place. So officers, yes, the question you asked, they have a lot of officers. The trouble with welfare department is sometimes there are a lot of events taking place and sometimes these officers are asked to go and handle that. That shouldn't happen. You should just leave the child protectors to do their job. Don't get them involved in other things, So, but we do have this fostering placement. We do have, but it's very little. Hardly 5-10% of these children go into foster families. That is lacking terribly. It's not that, actually it's a bit difficult to find foster families also, and they need training. They need to know a lot about the child before they take in a child. What I'm talking about is we need a lot of emergency foster families. That means they are ready, a list there, the child needs to go home, tomorrow they are ready to take in the child at any hour.
Yep.
And they give this intensive care for the child, make the child feel safe. And
Yep.
mother can still come and visit. It's okay for the mother to visit, but she'll be under the supervision of an adult. Either the foster family or welfare officer is there to keep an eye.
Okay.
So we cannot break off the relationship. The child is going to feel very lost. His mother is gone.
Yeah.
He's been used to only the mother for past 5 years.
Okay, we're going to take a break right now and we'll be right back where we will talk more about this issue.